Another new devlog, 2 days in a row. And are we supposed to be happy about devlogs? Am I going to be excited for new devlogs to come out? Map rebalance, guys. Incredible. No, actually incredible, though. This is... Some of these maps have needed some big changes. Okinawa has been a horrible map for so long. Because this is effectively open water. You get a couple cruisers sitting on these islands sometimes, but even still, it's easy to get crossfired from down here and up here. It's been miserable. So everybody just goes here or goes here and sits behind some of these islands. And North has a massive advantage because their island here is so much stronger. Where these islands here are just so bad because a DD can sit here and spot everyone, where a DD sits here can't spot behind this island. It's just such a bad map, the way it plays. So huge that they're changing it. So they're adding islands. North doesn't look like it's changed much. Oh, no, it is. Look at bigger island here. Can I make this bigger? Yeah. Bigger island here. Looks to be the main change, which is needed, honestly. I would have loved if they changed this island to also have a gap of some kind for kind of equal-ish spotting and entrance, but we'll take it. The B islands don't appear to be changed. I'm curious how tall some of these islands are going to be, but this... And are these far enough back that you can get here before plane spotting just gets you nuked by all the battleships anyway if you're a radar cruiser getting here? I'm not sure. This one you might be able to get to. This one looks pretty close. Looks a little sketchy to get to, but maybe it's fine. And we've made this island bigger. We've removed the giant island from the back and made like an airstrip. Does that look like an airfield? So that's probably a small island. But now we might get some like stupid fights bow on here. And your spawn has been blocked off, which I think is good. For these angled maps, it's so weird that the corner of the map is so far from the battle. Having the ability to play like 20 kilometers plus away from the caps is so weird. So we'll see how it plays, but they're trying. They're trying, guys. I would absolutely love to be excited for all these new dev blogs. Recent ones have been all amazing. Yeah. Change the amount of cover on the northwestern side to make this part of the map far more fair for the southern team. Yeah, exactly what I said. Good. Adjust the islands inside the B key area. Oh, they did move them. Now provide better cover at these areas. Edges facing the team's spawns. At the same time, we've lowered some parts of those islands to make it easier to shoot into or out of key areas. Center, the key areas center early game. And at later stages. Okay, so I guess they have changed them to be a little smaller. In certain areas. Okay. That's good. Added new islands around the B and C key areas. Adjusted some of the just existing islands around them to make gameplay on this part of the map more dynamic. Removed most of the southern island, leaving only a smaller peninsula for cover to provide a more tactical space for both teams. Added large islands behind the team spawns to encourage a more forward-facing action. Dude, are they listening? Are they listening? It is an airfield. Okay. Okay. And... Ooh, I mean... Does this not look heavy northern favored? Like if you spawn this flank, you get all this cover approaching this corner. And if you spawn south, that's not going to protect you, brother. I guess if you get into here specifically, you'll be very somewhat hard to dig out from south, but getting there is going to be a big challenge. Oh, wow. Look at how lowered. This is the B cap here now. Look at how lowered this is. Interesting. Looks to be similarly lowered on that side. Interesting. And here's the new island they added to the north with the spawns. That looks big enough that it provides good cover. Maybe that's enough to let you get there and be safe from cross shots here and still be able to shoot this side. Okay. Here it is again. This island is this island here. So we're now looking from this perspective. So here's the new island added for the southern flank. Here's the adjusted small sandbar. Looks like they didn't change these northern islands, but it's good because these were already decent, and to mirror that. Here's the sea cap, right? So these two islands in the cap aren't changed. Yeah, dude, getting to this is going to be scary from south. I think north definitely can go this way. South is going to be a challenge, bro. You know I got to try it, though. Cool. Very cool. Northern change, so... Doesn't look like they changed the north side of A here. This island also, to me, doesn't look changed, but this one's much bigger. Longer. So you actually have an island here to use. And there's some spotting here, but once you're here, which isn't hard to get to, this might be really good for south, actually. Because north, you have this tiny thing to farm over, and that's it. You can't really farm over this. Where this island looks like it's low enough, you can pretty easily farm over this, and it's a lot safer than... You have more space to be safe to shoot up here, and potentially shoot this way, too. If you're a little further back. Like, you can stay further back and still have this provide cover from spots over here. Interesting. Okay. 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 We take those. Mountain range. Honestly, the two worst maps have been Mountain Range and Okinawa for me. I've always hated Mountain Range. Seeing it in Legends and the way they improved it in that game is just so sad for me to see the PC one that we have here. Because they added islands here and here and here. Like, they changed it up massively. There's giant islands in here to, like, play around in the middle. And they move islands in here, too, to be actually in the cap and around it. So you're not fighting these, like, awkward open areas with, like, some weird islands on the side. Like, these are very strange. It's very strange to play this map. I generally don't like it. So what have they done? They don't... It doesn't look like they've changed much of the middle islands. Maybe this one? This one's also smaller. Oh, maybe they have changed the middle islands a bit. Not by too much. Wait, they swapped them. Look. This is this island, kind of. And they've moved it center line for the cap. And this cap is a lot smaller. Oh, interesting. So you're going to put a radar cruiser here and here. Oh, you're going to be... Like, we're going from open to... Still pretty open, but now radar cruisers get to it pretty easily. We'll see how that plays. We've also spread out these islands on the left flank more. And we've also moved the cap to the flank. Oh, I like that a lot, actually. I would have probably moved this island, if I'm critiquing here, I would have moved this island north a bit. Because I think this would be a cool midway point. You don't need to make things symmetrical, but some things like this are so strong that I think you probably want those center line. The other thing to notice here is this crevice is really, really powerful for north, where over here you don't really get that. But this is nitpicks. We haven't played it yet. But overall, this cap looks way more fun to play. I think this cap has always been all right to play. Generally, I prefer to spawn this flank. And if I spawned this flank, I would always just go to these islands anyway and treat this as the objective anyway, because once you control all this, you generally get the cap. So good that they moved the cap towards that. Okay. Oh yeah, -2 islands middle. Good call. Good call. I'm still a little worried about middle, but honestly, this looks great. Okay, let's see what they say. Expand player options while keeping the core idea of the map division into 2 parts viable. Yeah. I feel like these islands aren't big enough to really split the map. You almost need to make it a fake giant island like this to really split things. But like Two Brothers is more of a map split than Mountain Range. But okay. So reduced number of islands in the central mountain chain to open up the map. The chain now consists of 6 instead of 8. Good call, chat. Additionally, we've changed some of these islands shapes to fit the changed layout. Spread out the islands in the western side of the map so that they provide more cover and are more useful. Additionally, we reworked most of the islands in their layout to improve the gameplay dynamics in that part of the map. Okay, so all of these islands have had some tweaks, or most of them. Key areas layout have been evenly spread across the map as opposed to being skewed towards the eastern side, which I think is good. I think it's very good. Putting this cap especially, pulling this one way further will force you to, like, if you're playing here now, you're not cross-firing this. Well, I might be with like Range Mod Spotter Vermont or something. But I'm kind of dumb like that. It looks nice. It looks nice. This will be an interesting island to play here, like this added little thing here. Yeah, I can see getting stuck into some of these with radar cruisers for sure. Okay, now we're on the west side. Here's this peninsula, and the cap is here. So yeah, you do have big island cover here and here to put a DD into early or something. Lots of room to push up. Like, I talk about this a lot in brawling battleships, but even just every ship. If you want to push up, you need checkpoints almost. Like, think of them like saves where you can rest and recover your consumable reloads and that. Crossing these is hard, but once you get there, you're safe-ish. I mean, you have to make sure you're not getting cross-shot in one of these spots, but still. Islands like this one. Ooh, we don't get to see... So this is our best look at it. So what I was concerned about is back here, you get really good cover and can shoot over. I've only played here once or twice because, I mean, the cap used to be out here, so nobody pushes you here. But I've been pushed here a couple times, making a last stand, and it's extremely powerful. And I noticed that it also is very strong at the same time for farming, where down here you don't really have that. It's too shallow. Like, you notice how this is pretty sharp coming out? This is too shallow because you can get spotted from here pretty easily. Whereas this one, if you're out here and trying to spot, this blocks the spot. And you don't have the ability to farm over. So we'll see how that plays. Overall, happy. We're trying changes. Riposte. This is rank clan battles, stuff like that. They didn't do nothing, gang. They didn't do nothing. But, you know, it'd be cool to get some community input for sure. Clan ST. I remember when BFK thought they would actually listen to him when they joined. Yeah, okay. So, pretty massive split of islands. Was this one so bad? I kind of liked this. This, like, all the caps are close and you got to be careful where you push on them. Although I don't really play ranked or clan battles anymore. It's been years. Oh, wait, no, they're adding it to randoms. Oh, okay. Isn't that a little small for randoms? Okay, I should probably just read. Maybe it's lower tier. It is a cool map, though. I think they're just going to run into a problem of, like, this is way too open. And then the same idea with Okinawa, where if you leave spawns with corners that are able to be just kited into indefinitely, it's not going to be that enjoyable with these diagonal maps. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, wow. Okay, now they're, like, really experimenting. Okay. I could see this one working a bit better. Wait, is this a map on Legends? Now that I see this layout. I've played this in randoms on Legends, haven't I? cap here, cap here, cap here, and like there's some decent pushing opportunities. It's a little weird to have this side get all the islands on this cap and this side get all the islands on this cap and like nothing here. That is really weird. That is really weird. So you're forced kite here, you're forced kite here. So I don't like that. But if you over push, then everyone here starts to smash. And these islands in the middle are pretty strong if you over push. But people will push like down here and then you'll just snipe with overmatch in. Like as a battleship. Once it's, you know, it's relatively safe from their DDs, or like you have a DD scouting this, you just go here and then it's like, oh, free reign into all the broadside people sitting here. And like, if they try to angle to you, you just run overmatch. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. You get this. Imagine there's a spawn out here and you're Des Moines. Yeah, good luck. You're going to have to turn insta and kite to here and then go straight into one of these islands. Because if you try and cut across, you'll just get spotted and blasted. Oh, no. So you're just like AFK for 10 minutes. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if they do semi-regular rebalancing of maps like they do semi-regular rebalancing of ships, I'm down, man. I'm down for like... Even if it's once a year, we tweak 4 of the maps. Or like every 6 months, we tweak 2 maps that aren't very enjoyable. I'm down. This is so good. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Okinawa needed changes for so long. So long. So I'm excited to see. And this is just in test, right? Like, it's not like this is being added insta. I'm not sure. Did they say? Maybe it's just in test. Okay, yeah. So we don't know when, but I'm glad they're looking at it. That's Wargaming's on a hot streak right now. They've got a combo multiplier here on good devlogs, so I'm pretty happy. Maybe we're back. Maybe World of Warships. We're so back. I was thinking it was a bit over after the first half of 2025. Am I allowed to be excited about them releasing new devlogs going forward? I'm getting my hopes up. Maybe that's a bad thing. Oh, and if you're watching on the second channel, subscribe. I know you're here. Welcome. Subscribe, please. Thank you.